where you might see maybe if one team's not quite there defensively, where you'll see a bigger gap in the hitting efficiency. So give a lot of credit to both sides on the floor defense, keeping balls alive here.
We're about ready to get going here. We have Mel Cayetano, our second referee, or R2, checking the lineup on the Hawaii side, doing the honors. We have Donna Hess up as our R1. And Mel Cayetano waves David Parker, UC Irvine libero, into play as the Anteaters will start off the second with service. And that's Dante Chakraborty, the 6'3" setter from Glencoe, Illinois, to get us going here in our second set. Waiting for the whistle here from the R1. And we're ready to go. Chakraborty goes down the line, hand pass by Cowell, shoots up to Gassman, and Chakraborty unable to control the attack. Point Hawaii 1-0. Joe Worsley back to serve.
Saw Chakraborty later in that first set get that ace hitting the seam between the two passers there on the jump float. Let's see if you can get back to that.
Worsley's serve hits the net, but it's picked up by Chakraborty. Ball's dug over the net off the really broken play outside to SVT, who swings deep and in the corner. SVT complaining to the R1, and she's not having any of it. I think he's trying to say that there are a bunch of bodies colliding underneath the net, but it's 2-0 nonetheless, Hawaii.
Yeah, looked like clean play to me. Nice high swing into the corner by Von Tilburg.
Worsley with the serve again. It's a wicked jumper pass by Dave Parker. Alpelbach with a southpaw slam on the left side. One looking at two.
I thought Gassman probably could have made a little bit better of a read there. Pass it was a pretty medium pass. Probably wasn't going to go set a gap there. Probably could have stayed down and made a read, put up a better block against the go.
Schneimel with a good jump serve pass set by Joe to the right side of SVT, and he catches just inside the end line. That was a really far inside set. There was only one way SVT could have gone on that.
Yeah. A nice job by Joe Worsley reversing the flow of the play. Everything was going towards area 4, towards the left side of the court. And he reverses the flow of the play.
SVT back to serve, jump serve into the net. 3-point for Irvine. 2 looking at 3. We have 2 aces for Irvine, 1 for Hawaii, and that 1 ace for Hawaii coming at a very opportune time to grab that first set. As Static steps back to serve for the Anteaters, a 7-foot middle from Waterton, Wisconsin. Float serve down the line, hand pass by Gage. Joe Handset to Gassman, easily inside the end line. 4 looking at 2.
Again, another pretty easy jump float serve handled well by Gage Worsley. I think Irvine can take a little bit more of a chance hitting with a little bit more pace.
Jump serve by Gassman, misses long. He went from the standing float serve to the jump serve. I guess he wants to show the full repertoire. As Carl Appelbach steps back to serve for UC Irvine. Appelbach, 6'10". Correction, that's got to be typo, and the release is actually 6'9" opposite from Shorewood, Wisconsin, as Kubi with a return to sender on the overpass, and we're tied at 4s.
I think Irvine can definitely target Von Tilburg a lot more. That was just his second serve reception of the match there.
Appelbach with a jumper. It's a soft jumper. Pass by Gage. Joe shoots at the Solberg, dug by Appelbach. Chakraborty to Kubi. Tip, picked up, saved, deflected, and free ball by Dante. Worsley backstep to Parapunov, dug by Parker. We got a net called on the Anteaters. Unfortunate, because Parker with a great open hand dig. Not allowed in beach, by the way.
Yeah, nice job by Chakraborty there, sticking in, helping on the gap, getting a nice touch, slowing down. Unfortunately, they couldn't turn that opportunity.
Rado Parapunov back to serve for the Bows. High toss on the jumper, goes into the net. 5-5. Teams are, looks like they're getting their sense. They're feeling each other out in the second set once again. I think they spun the dial here because there's a little difference in the rotations here in the matchups. Trying to figure it out. Joe sets out to Cowell. Cowell splits the block. Big seam in the Irvine block on that one.
Just the speed of which they're running that ball, that's fun to watch. And Cowell's got a nice quick arm there, able to find the daylight in between the blockers.
Cowell steps back to serve for Hawaii. He's got 3 kills on the evening, hitting 400 for Hawaii. It's a good pass by Parker, a little bit off net. Appelbach swings high, dug by Parapunov. Joe with a bump set save at SVT, who knocks it off the block, and he knows he saw the hole of Chakravorty, the smallest blocker in that group.
Yeah, nice bump set there by Joe Worsley, keeping that ball far inside so they're not having to have Von Tilburg hit balls from outside the pin, giving him a little bit more space to hit with range.
7 serving to 5. Cowell serves again. That was an out ball, but he passed it anyways. Gage with the pass, big to Cowell, bad set, picked up by Dante, bumps it by Schneider to Appelbach to the right side, who drills it long. I thought there was a touch. And Coach Niven says it was in, but it's still Hawaii ball and point at 8-5. So I'm not quite sure what part Coach Niven is discussing with the R2, Mel Cayetano. So Donna Hess confirms that the ball was hit long, so we're all good. Relations are still good here. 8 serving to 5. Cowell with a soft jump serve goes off the head of Solberg, then into the net. 6 looking at 8. I thought I saw a little touch off the Appelbach attack, but that just could have been a little light. As Austin Wilmot goes back to serve for Irvine.
I was having a lot of success from the end line and scored 7 points out of his 10 serves so far.
Cowell with the pass, SVT over the block, but dug by Kubi, bumps it by Wilmot. Kubi's going to take a rip. He rolls it, beat shot. Gage with the pass. Worsley sets out to SVT off the block. Kubi with a hand dig. Chakravorty out to Schneidmiller. Schneidmiller off the block. Dug by Appelbach. Chakravorty gets there. Schneidmiller swings off the block. And Worsley picked it by Worsley. Swinging away is Parapunov at the right side off the block. And there is a back row attacker violation. You know, I have to give it to Worsley on his reaction time because he blocked that ball, had the court sense to turn around and look for it, and did a good pass to run a play off of it.
Absolutely. Joe Worsley's got a very high volleyball IQ. It's fun to watch him play.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw a second pair of eyes in the back of his head. So.
And you can see in that last play, Irvine's kind of philosophy out of system. Just keep the ball in play, give yourself another chance. Paid off in that rally there.
SVT with a swing off the Chakravorty static block. SVT swinging hard as he can off of Static and Chakravorty at the left side. 9 serving to 7. Dalton Solberg steps back to serve for Hawaii.
I think Hawaii's got to like that matchup with Von Tilburg on Chakravorty there.
Solberg, 6'6" senior middle from Illinois, serves into the net. 8 serving to 9. A lot more service errors in this one here. It's just not a very good flow right off the bat.
Both teams definitely going for it, or Hawaii certainly going for it with their jump spinners.
8 service errors for the Bows, 4 for the Anteaters. Chakravorty on the jump float. Gage with a hand pass, backs at Parapunov. Dug by Parker, bumps it outside the Appelbach. Appelbach roll, dug by Parapunov. Worsley backs at Parapunov, no one up, dug by Parker. Gassman swings away. He's blocked, but he goes out of play. The Static went up to block the attack by Gassman, 10-8.
A couple nice digs by Parker there in middle back. Look like Irvine's going to let Parapunov kind of have a little bit of free net when he's in the back row, and they're going to trust that they can dig him there.
Coach Niven speaking to the second referee, Mel Cayetano, just making sure that we all saw the same thing. Worsley with a jump serve pass by Schneidmiller's up and almost out of play, but saved by Chakravorty. Schneidmiller swings away on the high heat, and he grabs the sideline. Check the imprint of the NCAA mark of that ball. That was a banger.
Yeah, I'd like to see Irvine take a few more big rips like that, especially out of system. Granted, that was a situation where Chakravorty was able to put up a nice set for Schneidmiller to go bang at.
9 serving at 10, and Irvine seems they're running more out of system than normal. So Testament to the serving by Hawaii. Joe in the back set to SVT as he returns the favor sideline to sideline. 11 serving to 9.
Schneidmiller hit a bomb of a serve there, and Cowell did a nice job absorbing that heat.
That's Stein's 7th kill, who's hitting .385 on the evening. Pass by Parker. Chakraborty sets Static in the middle, and it was a little too low for Static, making it 12-9 for the Bows.
A little bit of a head scratcher there. I think Chakraborty would have liked to have that set back.
Going back to serve once again is SVT, up 12-9 on our second set. Irvine took the first, 33-31. Tip off the block by Kubi, famous for his tool set of shots.
Yeah, you see a lot of that, certainly internationally. Outside hitters will get balls that are set tight, and they'll do a lot of junky stuff like that. So,
junky, are you being a little biased here, Nate?
not surprised that the France native pulled that one out of his bag of tricks.
Well, you know, Kubi's created his own defensive move here at Irvine. It's called the Le Crepe. It's a defensive move. It bounces off the hand. And then he also has an offensive shot called the French roll. Service into the net by Scott Static, making it 13-10 Hawaii. Checking in or back in for Hawaii is Jacob Tella. Serving purposes for number 15 of Hawaii, Patrick Gassman. Tella, the southpaw from Tonsberg, Norway, getting a lot of great volleyball talent in Norway, particularly on the beach. I think you Hawaii people know Sand, Norway pretty well. Ball's tipped off the block by Carl Appelbach. Looks like Irvine is going to the precision game now, using quite a few shots now.
I like what they do there in that rotation. They have Kubi passing in the middle of the court, which is a little bit unorthodox in that situation. Usually he'd be passing on the left side of the court, but I think they want to have Kubi where more of the balls serving-wise are going to go, so that he can pass more of that and let Schneidmiller.
Alexander Seconda checks back in for the Anteaters. Stepping out is Dante Chakraborty. Appelbach back to serve at 11, looking at 13. Appelbach with a rip, goes down the line, pass by Gage. Joe with a set, shoot set to Solberg, dug by Appelbach, but there is definitely a net violation. Wilmot looks like he's claiming it. He just rolled his eyes, looked up at the sky and said, oy vey. Coming back in, or actually checking in, is Brian Garcia for Carl Appelbach.
Here's a double sub that paid some dividends for Irvine in the first set. Let's see if they can close up this gap again here.
14-11, Parapunov with a good jump serve pass by Schneidmiller. Garcia sets back to Kubi. Kubi hand dug by Gage. Colton Cowell takes a swing, and they're calling a touch at the far side on the Hawaii side off the block. Point going Hawaii, 15 serving 11, and I don't know about that. That was hit upward.
Definitely saw that touch. I thought it was a really nice high flat swing by Cowell there from well off the net.
Is that the flat and hot shot?
That's exactly what that was.
Parapunov drills a cross-court pass by Schneidmiller. Garcia sets right side of Kubi. Kubi off the block of Cowell. Point Irvine, 12 serving to 15.
Again, not a big time, big heat swing from Kubi, but just finding crafty ways to go chisel the block. It doesn't always have to look pretty.
But the French always have the pretty shots, Nate.
I mean.
Float serve, floats, ace! Oh, that Kubi serve has so much movement on it. You just don't know if it's close.
Yeah, I think Gage seems to have a little bit of a tendency to try to overread, especially against a jump float. And so he got himself in a little bit of trouble there.
Kubi back to serve once again. Tough float serve. Again, this one goes uncontrollable at the bottom of the tape. Okay, from a non-volley kind of person, why would someone serve the libero on the other side? They are technically the best control player.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you want to kind of put pressure and see if they'll crack, especially if it's a younger player.
Jump serve by Cowell, goes cross-court to Schneidmiller. Garcia sets it back to Seconda. Kill number 1, and he was up, and away. 14 serving to 16. Alexander Seconda basically came in a couple weeks ago against UC San Diego, down 1-2, and salvaged the win for the Anteaters. Hits 750 for the match. Tip dug by Schneidmiller. Garcia sets a big roll shot by Kubi, picked up by SVT. Joust to the net. Static winning high. Cowell hand pass. Parapunov right side. And Kubi unable to get underneath it as Parapunov with a little three-quarter speed shot sneaks it inside the block and looked like Kubi is anticipating something to hit a little harder. 17-14. Still a good move by Kubi, just expecting to get underneath it because Parapunov has been one of the deadliest attackers at the right side in 2019.
Absolutely.
With that, Parapunov gets his, the stats haven't gone up here on my end, but it should be his 15th kill, I believe.
But to go back to Seconda, he's definitely got some boosties there.
Jump serve off the tape, pass by Parker, backs up to Seconda, and Seconda 2 for 2. I wonder if he's going to keep him in. 15
exactly
serve to 17. Seconda back to serve for Irvine.
I like this decision from Irvine, giving Hawaii a different look here. Seconda's definitely one to go for it a little bit more.
Joe with a pass. Parapunov dug, saved by Irvine, up and over. Hand pass by Parapunov. Joe sets big. Cowell puts it away. That was such a low big set. I thought Gassman was going to hit it.
Yeah, they ran that front one big really well there. Tough to make that read.
Back in are Dante Chakravorty and Carl Appelbach. Exiting are Seconda and Garcia. That was a low and go set big time. He was like, he could taste Gassman shampoo. He was so close. 18 serving to 15. Ball's passed by Parker. Chakravorty to Static, and he's rejected by Parapunov. Free ball over the net. Oh. We got a fourth contact called because I believe someone touched on the way down. At least I thought I saw that.
Yeah, looked like Static might have caught it on the way over.
But if he is coming down off the block, does that count as a pass or a touch?
I think they were talking about as the ball was going over on the last contact.
But if that first contact when he came down, so one off his head, two over here to I believe it's Parker, Kubi, that's right, three, and then if he but did he touch it when it went over the net?
To me, that's the question.
The players are having a debate. It's a friendly one, but we can revise our mathematics to our own neat ends. So it's 18-15 as we continue play with Joe Worsley back to serve. Teams have settled down a little bit. Parker with a good pass. Chakravorty goes big to Kubi. Gage Worsley with a one-hand dig, saved by Cowell. Down ball by SVT, blocked the net. Gage picks it up. Worsley sets shoot, blocked at the net by Static. But great effort on the Hawaii side. That was the never say die mentality, but Irvine had to block a lot of attempts that Hawaii had to get that point.
Gage Worsley does a really nice job putting himself in good spots, and he's just ready. He's low and ready. He's got his arms out. Even if it's just one arm, he's able to find ways to pop that ball up, give his team a chance.
I was surprised he just stuck out his paw and that thing went straight up. I was like, there's no way they're going to pick this up. And Cowell in pursuit saved it, and they were to get the free ball over. Yeah. 16 serving to 19. Schneidmiller drills it down the line for an ace. And he flexes the biceps as he delivers the bicep bomb. 17-19. Irvine on a 2-point run.
Second ace for Schneidmiller. Scored six points out on his 12 serves so far.
And Coach Charlie Wade wanted to slow down the momentum of the Anteaters. They only trail 2 at